All right, blue-green fish. Normally, I start by telling you to look at the curve on a deck, but this deck doesn't really have a curve so much as it has like a trident, which is kind of fitting considering we're playing Merfolk. You know, looking at this and thinking about it, maybe I made a mistake by not adding some Okos into this. It's probably a mistake. We'll see. We'll see. There's a good chance these Echoing Truths should just be some Okos, just as like our interaction in the main deck, but let's play it for now. It's a pain to get to change cards on Moto, so we're gonna stick with what we have and we can talk about Oko later on. Some blue-green fishes, lots of lords. Lordy. Code Monkey, thank you for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. Ready to get a bunch of free wins against Deathrite Shaman decks tomorrow. Thanks for the 4-month Stratocaster. As a heads up, we're not starting the new format Pioneer on this channel till Thursday because Moto has extended downtime tomorrow. So my stream tomorrow is going to be standard on Arena into Mythgard. And then Thursday, Friday will be Pioneer on Magic Online into Standard. And as always, you can find my schedule on my website. Brazen Borrower over Echoing Truths in idea too. I can see that. Is your heater broken? We're burning it off a lot of tickets. Yeah, past Jeff said yes to a bunch of decks he probably shouldn't have. I've lost dopamine, poor Raptor. I'm uninformed. Why is Oko good in Modern? Oko is reasonable in Modern because Burn's a tier 1 deck in this format, and it's also just a flexible answer that's also a threat. So it's a card that can solve problems while also being a card that can kill your opponent if they don't have a problem you're looking to solve. Risen Reef and Master of Waves. Ooh, that's a good one. Does my schedule include what decks I'm playing? Not listed on the schedule page, but if you look at the deck queue on my website, generally speaking, I play decks in the deck queue from the top down. So you can kind of guesstimate how many decks from the time length that the segment is and then look at the deck queue. So, not directly, but kind of. Oko is Broko. Oko's even winning like vintage tournaments. He's real good. I'm excited to get Blood Moon next turn. I found a desktop computer. Mobile only lets me sub with coins that I can buy with real money. Oh, are you on iOS? On Android, you can Prime sub. Why do people use Apple products? I just don't get it. Every time I hear about things you can't do on Apple products, it's just like, yeah, I guess I'll draw a card. That's like the Mythgard codes I'm giving out. iOS doesn't allow people to redeem codes on their mobile devices, apparently. So like people I've given Mythgard codes to who are on iOS devices, they have to not use them. I like to imagine that Oko is just the Borg slowly turning everything into Elks. You will assimilate. You will assimilate. You will assimilate. And this deck doesn't have any creatures that cost more than 2. So we're literally just like sitting here with our Aether Vial. We're going to always no to this, always yield. I've watched a little bit of Doctor Who. I never really watched Star Trek stuff, though. It's a shame we don't have an island. If we had an island, we could spread them off of this Utopia Sprawl. We're hoping they don't have an Anger of the Gods, because if they do, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. On the other hand, getting a Merfolk Elk is a strict upgrade. Apple is a marketing company, not a tech company. That's a fun way to think about it. They are very good at marketing. They have liquid metal coating, which implies they're a card in the Great Creator deck. Was Stream Decker updated? Probably not. Doesn't look like it. My normal workflow is not multiple moto decks in a day, so I definitely mess it up when we're doing that. Updating now. Thank you for the nudge. Playing Risen Reef with Young PZ would be fun if we have enough support for Young Pyromancer. Is Young Pyromancer legal? I feel like that's not in a set that's legal. Boingo, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome to Hooglandia. Hope you're having an excellent day wherever you are. Dr. P. Rizzle is legal? It's Young Pyromancer is barely legal. Alright. Alright then. Who wants to click submit? Is it crazy to just click submit? I feel like none of our sideboard cards are very good here. Relic for the Pyromancer? I don't think it is, Bob. I think the Echoing Truth can buy us more tempo. Dismember for turn 1 elf? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I guess Dismember for turn 1 elf is pretty good. Yeah, I wanted to clear up some of my modern backlog. We'll be doing Arena tomorrow. Tomorrow Moto's down, so we'll be doing back to there. As always, you can find my schedule on my website. Veil's an interesting thought. I think this card sucks a whole lot. I think I'm looking forward to playing a non-rotating format where this card is not legal, because this card makes me hate Magic the Gathering. And I prefer to enjoy Magic the Gathering as opposed to hating it. This card, for people not familiar, turns every non-basic land in play into mountains. And there's a lot of non-basic lands in Modern, so basically it just means I don't get to play. I have this Aether Vial here, thankfully. If we didn't have the Aether Vial, I would have conceded. So maybe we have a shot. Our greedy 2-color deck. Oh, lucky. Lucky. We're so good at this, chat. We're so good at this. Yeah, I'm gonna put a thing in. Let's do it. It is the DM for Mythgard Co, but I'm unsure if you can message me back. I think I sent you one back, because I had messages with you before. Double check your whispers. I'm confused as to why. I thought watch the only scheduled downtime so that Moto and Arena are down at the same time. Yeah, that's something they do on occasion. Inferno Titan. All right, we're done. All right, I believe in Dismember over Echoing Truth. Let's kill some Mana Dorks. Let's put some Mana Dorks on the chopping block, shall we? In turn 1 Aether Vial. The too late to say Blood Moon keeps greedy mana bases in check and received by rightfully earned penalty. Never, Max. We got you. We aim to please around here. One full Hooglandia, please. Maybe I'm supposed to force that. Just slow them down. Sure. In. Was the Saheeli Altar deck alright or mid lane? I might have skipped over the Saheeli Altar deck today because I didn't want to play 2 click heavy decks in a row. Sure, you sent out a bunch of Mythgard codes yesterday, but I slipped through the cracks. Should I send you another Whisper? Little Stevie, if you didn't get a Whisper back from me, it means your Twitch settings prevented you from getting a Whisper. So I've responded at this point to everyone who sent me a request for a Mythgard code, and if you didn't get one, you should double check your privacy settings on Twitch. You explain for a newbie why Pioneer is a good thing. So it is modern with fewer sets, just like modern is legacy with fewer sets. I have an unlimited number of Mythgard codes until the 24th. So if you're interested in checking out Mythgard and would like some free goodies, drop me a message and I'll hook you up after the stream today. The reason why Pioneer is a big deal for people that don't understand it at a glance is that the power level of Magic cards is contextual to which the format that they're being played in. So cards are better or worse depending on what other cards are being played alongside them. Was I even supposed to force that Blood Moon? I probably wasn't. I probably was supposed to save the Force for a sweeper. Sorry, anywho. Which means that there are cards that will be legal, that are legal in Modern, that aren't playable, that will be playable in Pioneer because of what the power level of Pioneer looks like. I mean, Fatal Push is definitely worse in Pioneer than it is in Modern. Not close. I think I should have let the Moon resolve. I think if we let the Moon resolve, we probably win that game, because then I could have forced the Ensnaring Bridge there that we couldn't otherwise beat. So yeah, I think with the 2 vials in play, I should have let the Moon resolve. Yeah, the issue with evaluating, I agree with that too. We also don't really know what the format's going to look like at the moment, so evaluating what removal spells are good in it is impossible. Because again, context is key. You can't just like pull these things out of context, say if they're going to be good or bad. So we don't know what we're trying to target. Well, I mean, Commander's a whole different beast too, just because can they win through Bridge? Yeah, they have 4 mana Chandra. They really wouldn't play it in their deck if they couldn't win through Bridge. Hardened Scales is legal in Pioneer. And you won't have Ancient Stirrings, but you'll get to play Once Upon a Time, which is sweet. Sand seems fine. Go turn 1, turn 2, reveal that. Hey, thanks for the Prime support there. Lots of lines. Hey, appreciate that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Is Hardened Scales banned in Modern? It is not, but it is a reasonable competitive deck in Modern. It is the most medium Modern deck of all time. I think that deck's super reasonable, Bob. I think you're undervaluing how often it can kill on turn 4. I think the deck also has a pretty reasonable amount of interaction, all things considered. Just got up to gold in Mythgard using yellow-orange control. Nice, Pelly. If you were a medium Modern deck, what deck would I be? I mean, definitely something with Kiki Jiki in it, right? Not close. Yeah, Hardened Scales is very much a fun math deck. I agree with that. I feel like we're super dead. I'm going to put Kumena Speaker into play here so I can auto-pass. This deck also feels kind of too slow and fair for Modern. Yep. Gonna flash this back and attack me for 12. Good. Good times, good times. When I said we were gonna clear a lot of decks out of the modern queue today, I was hoping that it wouldn't be because we were gonna 0-3 every league we played, but it's looking more and more like we're gonna clear a bunch of decks out of the queue because we're gonna 0-3 every league that we play today. Hey, Scooter, thanks for doling out some sub gifties. Did you see the sick new animation? So now when people gift a pile of subs, it doesn't spam the sub notification, it just gives us one sweet gift notification, which is great. Yeah, some type of prowess deck is likely going to be competitive in Pioneer. Won't get to play Lava Spike, obviously, but likely competitive. I'm just trying to slam Grey Merchant till my hands turn red. Alright, so Shaper Sanctuary seems good here. This lets us draw a card every time they target our things with stuff. And I think I'm just going to trim a Force, because spending 2 cards to gain 3 life doesn't seem very good. This is definitely a matchup where Oko would be okay. It would be a little bit slow, but still fine, I think. The deck for Pioneer I'm most excited about is Emerge decks. Yeah, I agree, those do seem sweet. We have a what's it called? An EDF build around is pretty high up in my queue. What archetype am I most looking forward to trying in Pioneer? I'm excited to venture out the cat combo decks. I think cat combo is likely going to be a pretty competitive archetype. I'm also excited to try out green black elves. That's one of the decks that I've really loved in Modern for a long time. That's always just not quite been good enough. That hopefully can be really good here. I think Aetherworks Marvel is going to be too slow. I also think 3-mana Teferi and Oko both make Aetherworks Marvel worse, which is a good thing. This hand's not super fast, but like not every one of our hands can have a 1-drop in it, so I think this was keepable. I don't know, it could go either way on it. I honestly would not be surprised if the energy decks just aren't good enough. Dig through time with Nexus of Fate is going to be a thing that people need to worry about too. That's for sure. Yeah, Pithing Needle and a Braid are available. Sorcerer's Spyglass. 3-mana Teferi static text notably makes it so it just doesn't do anything. Marvel can't cast spells while 3-mana Teferi is out. How long until Dig and Cruise get banned? I actually think in a format without fetch lands, Dig and Cruise are probably fine. Here's a blisteringly hot take. I think Dig's probably fine in Modern. Watching on YouTube for the past months. I'm really glad I got to wake up to drop off. Where did the message go? Oh, there was a timeout requested there. I'd like to thank you immensely for your viewpoints on treating people and showing integrity at times. Also an honorary timeout for me. Sometimes the mods get there before I finish reading. Yeah, Pioneer's not legal. Are there any 1-mana cantrips other than Opt legal in Pioneer? I don't think there are, right? Are there? What are the 1-mana blue cantrips in the format? Tomb Scour is not a cantrip. It's just Opt, right? Is Censor a cantrip? That's actually a good thought. Censor might be playable. Hieroglyphic Illumination and Censor are good things to point out. Lightning Bolt and Light Up the Stage both exiled. Yikes. I guess I'm playing Lord of Atlantis out, because if I don't play it out, the bolt's gonna go to my face. What do you think about LSVs, green-black aristocrats with upgrades from old standard? I haven't looked at deck lists other people have really published. I watched Todd Anderson streams for a little bit yesterday when he was playing the new format, but that's about all I've done. I'm an adult with 2 kids. If I barely get time to go to the gym, I don't do too much Magic stuff outside of my content. Yeah, there's a 20-minute reaction video on Historic or Pioneer on my YouTube channel for people that are wondering. All old standard decks are good in Pioneer until data shows otherwise. Is Historic dead? I mean, can something that was never alive truly be dead? I hope you're ready to cast Quicken just to draw a card. Quicken's kind of a cantrip. Kinda. Opt, slip through space, Quicken. Okay. This thing tramples too. God, we're super dead. I guess I'll cash in this Mutavault to gain 3. I guess. And if we draw another Lord next turn, we can maybe be okay. You think they want to fill out Historic till it becomes Pioneer and Arena? I think they point blank said in their article that wasn't their plan. So I don't have to think about it. I can just know that that's not their plan because they point blank said that that wasn't their intention in their article. Why am I viewing ads? Because you're not currently subscribed to the channel, Liston. You're just still able to type because you have a sword. So one of the benefits to people who sub for a long time, if you sub for 12 months, you still get to stay and chat with the mod sword, even if you can no longer continue to sub after 12 months. Small upside to people that stick around for a while. I think Hyro is better than Chemisters. Probably. The fact that you can cycle it's a really big deal. Vomit. What if we have more sub points than you have Bud streaming? That's very true, Scooter. Couple 2, 3. Soulscar Mage is real scary here because it lets their non-red removal team up on my bigger dorks. Alright, it's a Mutavault. Get to spread him here, not that this does anything. Bedlam Reveler is Pioneer legal, so is Tireless Tracker. Oh no! Oh no, I friendly fired the unnamed. Oh, the unnamed. I apologize. I was going for Scooter, and I got you. Welcome back. Feels kind of dead here. Yeah, I really wish Magic Online... Really wish Magic Online had a mouse over interface. Would make streaming it a lot more accessible. Why not swing out for the kill? Because they chump block one thing and kill me on the backswing? Oh. All right, have a timeout. New rule. If I miss lethal and you just say, why didn't you lethal them without explaining it? The answer is I missed it, chat. So the reason why I didn't make the good play was because I missed it. That being said, there's no guarantee that that's actually lethal because any removal spell would have shrunk my creature, right? I'm probably supposed to make them have it there. It's probably correct to attack, but we don't guarantee win that game by attacking, right? Like, any burst lightning or bolt there shrinks our creature, then they kill us on the backswing. Hey, Hippo, thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. It's been a rough day for the fish. Could Merfolk maybe be more competitive in Pioneer? Is Pioneer? There's going to be two things that people do in Pioneer to start. Pioneer will be the format of old standard decks people used to love, and the format of this deck is too weak for modern, but I really want to try it here. Historic is the biggest joke in the Magic sense that Devoid was introduced as a mechanic. Tiny Leaders wasn't an official format though, right? Really like a Nabin wizard deck. Is that the one that double triggers enter the battlefield effects? Aren't all the cards from Eldrazi Winter legal in Historic? No. Nope. I have Ugin and Eldrazi Templar not there, which are pretty important pieces. So, like, the baby Eldrazi are all there, but the ways to accelerate them out are not. I feel like WotC's put me in a strange place, as playing Arena makes me not want to play Paper Magic, and the announcement of Pioneer makes me not want to play Arena. I feel like they're pushing me out of the game. I agree, Mr. 3000, and you're really not alone on that. Is there data on the number of users on Moto versus MTGA? Not public, but it's safe to assume that the application that you can make an account on and play for free has a lot more players than the application where you have to pay $10 to make an account. I don't want to spend money on MTGO or paper cards. Arena was my Magic outlet. Now they're telling me that outlet isn't important to them. Yep, completely agree with that sentiment. Could not agree more. Hey, on the plus side, Mythgard, and not only is Mythgard like the gameplay good, but the software around Mythgard is good. I'm very interested to see Mythgard has in-client tournament support on their roadmap for December of this year, so I'm interested to see if they actually hit that deadline. I've only been following them for like the last month and a half or so, so I'm interested to see how tightly they stay to their goals for their roadmap. You just go to their website and there's a roadmap button at the top, Marty. Yeah, the Mythgard gameplay is very different than like the gameplay on a lot of other games. The lane system definitely takes some getting adjusted to, takes some adjusting to. All right, is this a Deprive matchup? When I board in Collector Ouphe, there's a roadmap, yeah, compared to my MTGA, yeah. So, if I board in Collector Ouphe, am I supposed to cut Aether Vial? I don't think I'm pretty enough to be the Brian Kibler of anything. I don't think that's a reasonable expectation. Yeah, you have to pay for an account, you have to buy cards, then you have to pay to play matches. Humans leaves Vial in when boarding an Ouphe. That makes sense. I think I'm going to board out the Merfolk Tricksters. That little probably doesn't make sense. Actually, maybe I trim this. Leave a couple of these in. This is probably useful against their bigger threats. Let's try it. Let's try this. Yeah, they could also just be planning to do less releases while they're still working on features, Marty. Can we have a lounging Hoagland playmat? There's Jester playmats and there's message deleted playmats on my merch page. So if you'd like a message deleted playmat, that's up there. Ouphe isn't a Merfolk, you're a cheater. We did win game 1, Marty. We are playing the powerful Merfolk. Of course we won game 1. Of course we won game 1. Oh, you know what? If they're playing Eldrazi-tron, I probably don't want these Force of Negations. I probably want Dismembers, huh? Yeah, I think that's a mistake. These forces should be Dismembers. We'll probably swap that for game 3 on the play. Yeah, the fact that this doesn't counter creatures just means it leaves a lot to be desired in a lot of places. Like how Kibler dropped to the Hearthstone commentary team because of their Chinese stance, and then immediately went to their competitor's event to cast. I mean, to be fair, Kibler was scheduled to do the arena thing for a while, right? So it's not like he called up. Like I was awesome to see him take a stand, but it's not like he called WotC and was like, hey, get me scheduled to do Magic, right? Like he's been scheduled to do the MCs for a while. You know what I mean? Streaming Hearthstone is his job, right? So he's still doing that. Do you have 4 of them, LFA Gaming? Could you DM me? Oh. Yikes. Remember that time I burned my Force of Wells? Remember when they reprinted Grafters? Yeah, it's definitely because of Pioneer. Wait, they got Chalice of the Void? Oh wait, are they chalicing me for 2? Tilt. Alright, so I think I do want Dismembers, but I think it's at the cost of Collector as opposed to Force, because with Karn I do need my forces still, I think. Deprive seems less good here too, if I'm being more aggressive. Let's do this. Mostly just board in Dismember. Yeah, I agree. The staffing that they've had for the Mythic Championships have been quite good. The introduction of Pioneer has me worried. I wonder if this is going to start a new trend of continually introducing new formats to bridge the gap with Standard. We will continue to gain more and more formats. Do you think this is a fair assessment? I mean, I think introducing a new Magic format once a decade is fine. So here's context. Here's context that makes sense for Pioneer to exist. Modern right now has as many sets in it as Legacy did when Modern was introduced. So if we introduce a new format every time the latest format has 50 or 60 sets in it, I think that's fine. I think that's a reasonable thing to be doing. They didn't really introduce Historic. Historic's not a real format. Historic is a throwaway afterthought to tell people you don't get to dust your cards because you can technically still play with them. Historic's not a format, it's a flipping insult to our intelligence. Does anybody know why Wizard of the Coast doesn't like to work with me? I just can't quite put my finger on it. Why they don't like to send me dollars. I don't get it. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Sorry, I'm grabbing Jace Fringe Prodigies so we can play the other deck next. From a kindly viewer. So you're not checking your email every day for the MPL invite? Nope, not holding my breath on that one. Yeah, I think so. I think so, Marty. I mean, it's not even online only. It's not anywhere. It doesn't exist. Is it because you refer to them almost exclusively as Business Daddy? Listen, I don't need Business Daddy's love. Chat loves me, okay? Chat loves me, and that's what's important. Chat pays me more money than Business Daddy wanted to pay me anyways. Think we're dead, huh? If this isn't peak Merfolk, I don't know what is. If this isn't peak Merfolk, man, what is winning matches? Does anybody recall what winning matches feels like? It's been so long since that was a thing that we did. It's been so long since winning matches was a thing. Yeah, we 3-2'd with the Urza deck. We're 0-6 with these two though. These decks were real bad. And we 0-3'd with the deck before Urza. How many tickets do I have left? I have 209 tickets, God bless. And some treasure chesties. Hey, thanks for the 13 months to free in training. There are still codes for Mythgard. I have an unlimited supply of Mythgard codes for the next 2 days, so if you're interested in getting a start on Mythgard, the code gives you 10 booster packs and some wild cards. This deck is a deck that I probably shouldn't have accepted because it's not super interactive, it's low power level, it's not very linear. It's just like one of those decks that people play and occasionally does well in Modern in spite of itself, not because it's good. So, at least upside, we're through... I've only been live for 4.5 hours, and we've managed to burn through 4 decks in the queue. So, like, I'm counting that as a success. All right, we're not done yet today. I'm planning to do hopefully two more decks today. We got Esper Gorios here, which LF8 Gaming just kindly lent me Jace Fringe Prodigies for. So I'm gonna go get the rest of the cards for this. And I'm going to go get the rest of the cards for 5-color Bring to Niv, and hopefully we can get on the scoreboard and manage to win some matches with these today. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and run a quick ad break while I shuffle some things around. Don't go anywhere. Thanks.